What's up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to Strictly Blizzness, episode 139. Huge shout out to Creative Edge and Edge VR Arcade for making Strictly Blizzness possible, not popsicle.
I could use a popsicle right now.
I figured, yeah. Although it's tame today after the torrential downpour that was this weekend. And then it'll get hot apparently this weekend. But
that's what
you should have good golf weather for 2 days, 3 days, 2 days or 3 days. I don't know how many charity golf events you're at. You might just need to set up a tent on the ninth green or something.
Just wave to everyone. We're here.
We're here. Where's the auction for this one?
You know, at some point I need to wise up and just go to the auction. But instead I head out and I golf the 18, and by like 6 I'm like, are we done? Are we done?
Yeah, I don't like that game because I'm not good at it, but I have enjoyed doing some of them with you, and it is good fun time as long as weather cooperates.
It is fun. Yeah. There's some of them that are more fun than others. When
you have 2 good ones this week, right?
We do.
You want to give shout outs?
Yeah, absolutely, because one of them is, well, both of them are ones that we're much affiliated with, but the first one today is Ribbon of Hope, but by the time this airs, both of these will be over. So the Ribbon of Hope golf outing, I believe it's like the 28th annual. We've been doing this since day one with them, so shout out to Ribbon of Hope. And tomorrow is the UWGB women's basketball outing. 2 different golf courses.
Did you donate the blackout jersey that just says Larry on the back? That's awesome. And as a size too small. It's all sorts of good. Yeah.
It's all good. Did we really do that?
No, we didn't donate it. But all the other facts are true. So it's too small, and it says Larry on the back.
Well, and I told him, yes. And I want mine to say something.
That's an easy nameplate change. So
yeah. The girls were going to wear it for the blackout night, and then they were like, oh, Mom, it says Larry on there. And I went, yeah, oopsie. But yeah, so shout out to both of them.
What was the other one? I'm sorry, I talked over there. GB?
GB.
Oh, awesome.
GB Women's. So we get to hang with the new coach. I think Kevin Borseth will be there as well, but definitely Kayla will be there, and all the gals returning. Some of which we saw when we went to a movie the other night.
I've seen 4 times in 2 weeks pieces of GB women's basketball out at other meetings I was at. Yes, yeah. Ironically, all the shared Blizzard meal sponsors is where I keep running into them. So the distillery and margaritas, I've crossed paths with them twice now. So yeah. And then the girls out at the movie theater. So yeah.
It seems like we're avoiding talking about something.
We had a bye week. Should we hit him with it?
That was funny. It felt like a bye week, but no, we did not have a bye week.
What happened, Kathy? Because I went to watch it and I did not have signal. So, and I only caught the final score, to be honest.
So we had the watch party at D2, and I was listening to it in the car, and Lance was sending me, because he was at home watching it, and he said, it's not on. Is there a problem with it? And I'm listening to it in the car.
I'm guessing initially, because 45 minutes after it started, I had a text from Ben. And
yeah, so.
I'm like, text Nap, he's in Quad Cities. He can go talk to somebody.
Well, I showed up. I showed up about 10 minutes into the game at D2. Sintel told me, oh, that's a fine. You're late. I just looked at him like...
You should find yourself once, actually. Just send it through. That's like when I keep getting Corey to try and sign me and send it through on the transaction report. Just put yourself on the fines and see what Todd does.
She's out.
Yep.
She's out of here. But anyway, I came walking in thinking that it's going to be up on the screen, and it wasn't on the screen. And everybody there's like, there's something wrong. And I went, I'm listening to it. And they didn't believe me. So then I just turned it on my phone.
Yeah.
And they're like, how do you have that? And then Ben found it. So they had some sort of technical glitch, absolutely, with the video. The sound was working fine. The video was not. And then it synced up it was during the first possession, which we didn't really want to see anyway because it wasn't good.
I will say before you unpack game, it was cool. And again, we still have a bunch of stuff prepped behind the scenes to go once we lock the home game because it takes... We'd love more than a week to work on it.
Yeah.
But like it was cool. I had a bunch of corporate partners with Tough Loss, or I mean Pat from Nome had it on at the Nome screens because he's working on a large Door County group to come to a playoff game if we have one. But like he was like the fourth quarter was insanely exciting and stressful and almost was a thing. But I didn't get to, literally I haven't seen a clip from the game yet besides a photo of Rivers as our own nominated player of the game again. But
yeah, once it got down to 3 minutes, I lost not hope, because there's always hope, as we've said so many times on this show. That last minute can take 15 minutes. But when they were using up time and then we got the ball back and then we didn't do much with it, it just, we had just a few seconds left on the clock and we would have had to have gotten a touchdown plus the deuce. There were all these things that had to happen perfectly. Get a field goal. It was not in our favor. And then the ball slipped out of Max's hands and that was just it. So, congrats to Quad Cities. They played a great game. They came out guns a-blazing, and I understand why they needed that win to stay alive from a playoff perspective. So kudos to them. Great win. That meant we did not get the sweep. We did not clinch home field advantage for a playoff game, as Ryan just said. We could have done better. Going into this game, that's one of those things when to me, anytime you have a team that's performing well, has a number of wins behind them, you can't use that to project you into the next game or project a win, because as we found out, it didn't happen.
Yeah, and you never want to lose. And I said that when
absolutely.
I emailed all PMI to update them, so nothing went live this morning just to make sure we had not put a playoff sale live. But like, you don't want to lose, but you'd also rather take one on the chin and get a reality check now than in the playoffs when you're out afterwards. So
absolutely.
You don't want to win, but hopefully everybody's looking in the mirror at
you don't want to
lose,
and
we're
you said you don't. You said you don't want to win.
Now
you do want to win, but
we don't want to win. No, right. Like you'd rather, and hopefully it's
get
motivation to go play and probably in front of 10,000 like Tulsa always does this weekend. Hopefully it's motivation. So yeah.
And Tulsa is a tough place to play.
Tulsa is still vying for a playoff spot, so we are
in the
outside
same position
of Sioux
again.
Falls, which is almost mathematically and maybe mathematically eliminated because I didn't look at that, but I think they might be. You're playing everybody that still wants to make the playoffs the rest of the season. So
right.
Yep.
Other than we're not playing Iowa, but this next game is going to be tough. And I had hoped that we would have clinched the playoff before going to Tulsa, because even Jacksonville, we can't, and we said this last week, you cannot underestimate the power of the teams that are still fighting for that playoff spot. So,
and two markets that do a really good job, regardless of records, much like us, of putting fans in the crowd. So it's you're definitely up against noise and all sorts of stuff in Jacksonville, Tulsa.
Right.
So,
Jacksonville's
Star Wars jerseys looked insane. I mean, as did Julie this year too. But the Darth Maul red Sith looking Jacksonville jerseys were. Like, it makes me hope the NFL draft is out of there just a week earlier, that we fall on May 4th, because I'm like, please let me do it. Please let me do it. Because when we did it, like, doing those jerseys wasn't a thing. And now we as a league have access to a partner that has access to that. So, like,
and
it was cool. Green lightsabers, like I saw the Jacksonville ones, and I just wanted to put Yoda's face and a green lightsaber on a Blizzard jersey. So...
It's a thing.
It is.
Could be a thing.
Yep.
Well, we should know more about the draft and what's going to happen in Green Bay real quick here.
Yeah. So because are we
done talking about?
No. We would need Joey to completely unpack, but I think there's only two things that we are affected by this weekend. One, win, and we control our own destiny. If we don't win, we got to watch Monday night because Quad Cities plays Mass on Monday, July 1st,
which would
in Quad Cities, which Quad Cities needs to win. So if we didn't clinch, we are shouting for Quad Cities to win that game. So,
Correct, because a loss, Mass losing, would also be something that would help us dramatically.
Correct. Yeah. I don't think there were upsets across the league Kevin got beat, but that was by a very good team, so it's not an upset. So that side is real spicy right now.
Right. So the only upset was us losing.
Yeah. Sorry, I said across the rest of the league. That wasn't a.
Well, I was upset. I can tell you that. Anyway, the game. I will say this, and our reffing has to get better. Not that that's an excuse. I am not saying that that's an excuse, but there were some very questionable calls. In particular, a collar call that I don't know. I just don't think the refs in Quad Cities have it all together. Yes, you need to have touchdowns. Yes, you need to be ahead of the game so that things like that don't matter. I get it. We did not play our best game. I'll just leave it at that. There were some fundamental things that we had practiced all week that happened that we didn't do correctly. So I think it's like you said, a reality check. It's good to have it now, and let's move on. Let's take Tulsa and get that home playoff. It's going to be a tough game. What is the time? Where is the watch party this weekend?
The rest of them are at D2s.
They're all D2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian at Replay has bands this time of year, which is just not great for his patrons or us to try and battle noise. And so that's
not a good thing.
And then we did one at Riverside this year because they're a new partner, but the rest are at D2s. So yeah.
Okay.
Don't know where. I mean, because we hope we play them all at home. If we're on the road for a playoff game, we'll figure that one out when it comes. But yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a wrap of the game. Unless you had anything else you wanted to talk about. Shout out to Destiny. I sent Doug a congrats text message right after.
You say anything back?
I said thank you.
Okay. Real profound.
What did you expect
I don't
him
know.
To say?
Like,
thanks for no. He just
no,
said
I just rewind after the Mass loss to start the year. Corey, I think, was sharing, and I admit it's in the past now, so it's not like I can't share it. But I think Mike Davis messaged Corey after the loss against Mass to start the year and said, "You're doing it right. You're going to be fine. And look at here we are." Right. So I guess I was just looking at maybe Doug text you something profound of like, "Hey, we'll see you first round of the playoffs. You're going to be fine." Right. Like, yeah.
I could see.
There's a chance we play Quad Cities 4 times this year. So.
Well, I could see I could see their coach saying that, but this is the owner, so he's not as.
He's Doug.
Well, no, I don't mean it like that, Ryan.
We like those two. I guess.
Yes, I do. I like him a lot. He's a Cabo alum, so I really like him. But no, I think from a coach's perspective, Davis is a coach. He's their GM as well, but he's a coach, so he knows what goes into player development, all of the things that to put a product on the field, what that means. So I get that from Davis.
No, I don't think there's anything else football related. There's a weekend of close games and ridiculously high scoring game in Naz and San Antonio, which we knew what was going to be. Those two teams have quarterbacks who will just throw for touchdowns all day long. So,
and they connect and.
One of them, and I'll say, I think it's a San Antonio kid, is definitely the MVP running. So, at quarterback. Yep.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I mean, like, you as an owner, if you are given a vote on that, like, if they miss the playoffs, put a ding on that young man's campaign as an MVP? Because I saw that all over the forums. Like, yeah.
Yeah, to me it does.
Yep.
And it's a shame because you would think that someone like that would deserve playoff as well as that final game.
Yeah.
But it's really hard. How many times has it happened where the losing team in the Super Bowl gets the MVP?
Yep. Never. Right. Yep.
Right. And they could have a stellar season. They could even have a stellar game, but at the end of the day, it's the W that counts. But he'll get accolades in the IFL. He'll make first team.
Rookie, so that might be he'll make Rookie of the Year. Yep.
Yeah, he could make Rookie of the Year. Yep. He could make Rookie Offensive.
Yeah.
All sorts of different accolades that he could get. Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah. Since we're going into a new venue, not Tulsa, but Jacksonville, I do have a little bit of a rage.
Rage cage. Hit it, Sean.
And maybe we need to put this up on the screen phonetically.
With the bouncing ball to sing along?
No. There is no S on the end of Blizzard. I don't know how many times we have to say this, but people, it's
there is
Blizzard.
On Blizzness.
Where
on
is
Blizzness.
there an S? On
Blizzness, the word.
Is it on Blizzard?
Which is officially a word now. No, I don't know. I know it's not. So.
If you don't know, we got a
problem.
Yep. So here's the thing. You don't say the storms, right?
Creative Edges VR arcades.
It's just the storm. Why can't we just be the Blizzard? Why do we have to be the Blizzards? I don't. Only if it's a possessive, so that's an apostrophe S, and that means that's the Blizzard's schedule. That's not saying plural. When you have a storm coming in, it's just a blizzard.
Yeah. I don't have anything to say.
Oh, it just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
And I know people do it to push my button, but there's a broadcast coming up in Jacksonville. Please do not call us the Blizzards. I heard it twice over the weekend.
I'm good.
I'm good now. I think.
I think you are.
Yeah.
Got it out of your system.
I
Until someone else types it in 3 seconds.
Until I had a player at the watch party call us the Blizzards. And I looked at him and my reaction
and you're like, what team do you play for? And then you're like, not anymore.
You were just caught. Anyway. Yeah, I think the death look in my eyes told him we're not the Blizzards.
I see you like tweak or cringe anytime someone does it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like nails on a chalkboard for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my rage.
Got it.
Got it good? You just want a home playoff game so you can...
Yeah, I got nothing in regards to that. It will be July 26th at 7 p.m. That's all I can give you now. So once stuff goes on sale, it'll be dirt cheap for a short window.
Yeah, don't wait till the last game for us to be... I say we just release it.
I mean, like the gamblers do that, but that's a multi-game series, right? So like you sell the ticket for the third game and you may not have it and then you have to refund it. But that's in a multi-game series. That's how they do playoffs.
Can we just see how it would sell? I mean, we just
you can definitely put it out.
It's just that's the cart before the horse. I understand.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. We need a win this weekend. We really, really do. But so does Tulsa. So let's see. Let's hope they both show up, both play aggressively. It's a good game, a well-played game. Their fans are intense. They are intense fans. So we have to be ready. We got to be ready for the noise. We got to be ready for everything.
Yep.
Okay. You want to talk about the movie we saw?
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing a movie?
I do remember seeing a movie. It was the only thing this weekend not rained out. Yeah, no.
It was terrible this weekend.
Yeah, we saw I forget the name of it. It's the
Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy. Yep, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was a good game.
It was good. It was a good, like, comedy movie. I dug it.
Yeah, we did it as date night.
Yeah.
So we had
It was
Kirsten
like a B+. I wouldn't tell you to cancel your day to go see it, in my opinion, but it was a good movie.
No, it's not a rush out because at some point I looked over at Larry and I said, "It's kind of cute, isn't it?" And he went, "Yeah." But there was enough, stunt work in it that he felt good. But it was a feel-good movie.
Yep.
And I like Emily Blunt. I really do. I like both of them. They're both great actors.
Yeah.
And Lee Majors was in it, as well as the woman, and I can't remember her name, that played on Fall Guy, the series. There was a Fall Guy series that was out in the early 80s, maybe? I think it was early 80s. So Lee Majors was there at the end, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Because he's the original Fall Guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those of you that don't know who Lee Majors is, he was a $6 million man back in the 70s. He was a big deal.
For sure.
You didn't know who he was, did you?
No, I knew when both of them showed up. They were pretty iconic cameos, but I had to look it up.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Anyway, it was a cute movie. It was a good movie. I liked it. It was a good date night movie, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We're hoping to go see Bad Boys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We like that silliness.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was out, but I don't know if that's my fault for being too busy, but like, well, you can nod, but like I also don't remember like ever seeing Hyper a trailer for it unless I've been living under a rock. I only saw
one.
But I have, but
not
like,
in theaters. I did not see one in theaters,
weird.
But I did catch one when I was watching one of my recorded shows on the DVR. I saw something.
Got it.
But yes, it was definitely a very low. Maybe they didn't have a low budget this time. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, and they're headed into they're up against Inside Out. They're soon up against Twisters. They're soon up against.
Yeah, there's a lot coming out this summer.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, it will. Yeah, theaters are in good shape this summer.
Yeah. Yep. And we saw Inside Out too.
Yep. Which
I thought was cute.
Yeah.
Was good.
That's what movie the GB girls were leaving.
Yeah. Yeah. And I went with both of my girls, and Kate was sitting next to me, and Kate said, "Can you just imagine what my anxiety looks like?" we did laugh
I can, Kate.
we laughed a couple of times, but it was a good movie. It was cute.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think that's all I have.
That's what I got.
Okay.
Should you hit a golf ball with it? See what I did there?
Now I got the wrong sport going. Plus, are we gonna let everybody know we're gonna be off?
Yeah,
the week of the 4th.
No episode next week.
Right.
We'll be back in theory with 2 weeks to go, promoting a home playoff game.
Correct.
So yeah,
we have a
Blizzard
bye.
Are off that week too. Ironically, the Blizzard are on a bye. So,
correct.
Yep.
They have a bye between Tulsa and Jacksonville, which is nice.
Yeah.
So we have some guys going home. Some guys just kicking it back.
Sean deserves a break
fishing.
too. Sean busts his butt to do all things strictly Blizzness, Bolt, you name it. So go visit Edge VR Arcade once the weather gets hot out, or if you're just looking for something to do, and come on into the AC or book a birthday party. They are incredible to us, so come out and support. Whether we have a game or not, just come out and support these guys. They're great, and they're the reason that, along with Drew from Big Bark back when, that the show is what it is now. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Excellent.
That's what I got.
That's what I got.
Should we hit him with it?
Let's hit him.
Go Blizz. Don't forget to like, follow,
subscribe,
share,
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.